Hi everyone, it's Anthony back with another video. If you watched my most recent Get Unready With Me video, I mentioned at the end of it that I wanted to do a quick separate video just talking about what I'm currently using and doing for a Gua Sha massage. So this is kind of my little tray that I have my tools on. And so I just wanted to run through this quickly because I am going to be starting Curology as of tomorrow, as this has been recorded. So starting with a super low percentage of tretinoin, but I want to make my routine as simple and as irritant-free as possible as I make my transition into that new ingredient. So my Gua Sha massage is going to have to go for now, just until my skin adjusts to that ingredient, make sure I'm not experiencing any excessive irritation, those types of things. And I don't want to do something like a physical massage to cause any extra abrasion or irritation that isn't necessary during this time of transition into tretinoin. So this is kind of like my final hurrah. That's what my Get Unready video was. I'll do this, and then I have my Get Ready With Me video tomorrow, and that will be the final routine before my Curology gets here tomorrow afternoon at some point, and then tomorrow night will be this new tretinoin included routine that'll be a little bit more minimal. So let's talk about Gua Sha. So I have been interested in doing a facial massage like this for some time. I just never really felt confident in ordering a tool online, those types of things. Like, I don't know, there was just a few things that I was like, I'll just keep waiting until it like falls in my lap pretty much. So some of the things that happened is I received a jade roller from my cousin quite some time ago, but I just started being more consistent about using it. And I really liked this as a cooling effect. I loved using this on top of sheet masks. So I don't use it quite as much anymore, but it's here on the tray just in case I need it. And then I went out and picked up this little guy. So this is a jade massage tool that's specific for the eye area. It's just kind of a small little kind of bell shape that you can use on the eyes. You can flip it around and use the smaller one as well. Another one that I used for, this is one that I used for applying eye creams. And once again for sheet masks when they were in that area, mostly for the cooling, soothing effect. I usually would keep this refrigerated or put it in a bowl with ice water before use. And then I watched a video from Gothamista where she went through her Gua Sha massage and how she did it. And I was like, okay, fine. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna go find a tool. And this was before quarantine. I was actually able to make it into an Ulta, and I found this tool here. So this is kind of a more traditional shape. You've got this notched edge here, and kind of inverted, kind of rounded edge, and then your actual rounded edge here. So that's kind of the traditional shape of the tool. So I just kind of follow what she did. So I haven't done a ton of extra research on like different techniques and those types of things. I watched her video and a couple others, and then I just kind of took it from there into my own hands. So the first thing I do is I dab a little bit of rubbing alcohol onto a cotton pad, and I just give this a quick wipe. So just kind of sanitizing it from just living on the tray. And then I just give it a couple seconds to dry. I don't concern myself too much with like, I'm holding it and then I'm kind of churning it and sanitizing it because my hands are clean. I literally just finished my nighttime routine. So it's mostly just getting whatever was on the tray off of here that I'm most concerned about. So I just kind of let it dry a bit. And then the oil, so you always want to use a facial oil. You can use your nightly moisturizer if it's heavy enough to sit on the skin long enough for you to do the massage. Otherwise, you're going to want to find some sort of, it could be as simple as a carrier oil, like a jojoba oil or something like that that's going to give you a little bit of slip that your skin doesn't react poorly to. I am using, I want to set this on this little cotton pad so it doesn't touch anything. So I am using the Sweet Chef. This is their Superfood Plus Vitamins Beauty Oil. This is actually an oil that features, I think it has jojoba in it. It's got a couple other nourishing oils, but it also has a lot of antioxidant ingredients as well. It's marketed as a quick absorbing oil, which is true. However, if you use it in a good enough volume and you use it alongside maybe a night cream, I'm using the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Night Cream right now that has a little bit of a slip to it already, then you can get this product to kind of sit on your skin enough to do a facial massage. So I just put 5 drops of this product into the palm of my hands, and I'm just pressing and patting it into my skin. They use some essential oils here. It smells like lavender oil, and pretty much all of their skincare products do across the board. I don't mind it, but other people might be like, oh boy. So as you pat it, it kind of, some of it absorbs, but you can see it creates this a little bit of a sheen. And so you've got a little bit on the surface, just enough to get a nice massage, but it's not like it's not just like goopy and just dripping with oil. It's just enough. And I think that's why I like this oil for the massage. Granted, this is the only oil I've used for Gua Sha Massage, but I have no complaints. So I'm gonna start with just kind of my shoulder area. Sometimes I'll oil up this area, but not all the time. I have just, you have natural oils. So you can just take this tool and you can use the notched edge, or sometimes I'll use this edge. And so you want to keep it, rather than being straight up and down the whole time, according to Gua Sha Massage, you want to put a little bit of an angle to it. So it's kind of sitting at an angle to your skin, so you're not dragging it like vertically, it's almost kind of gliding it. And so I just very slowly work this up and then hold, and then apply a little bit of pressure just below the ear. And then, depending on, the size of your body can really change how you use this tool too. So I can come up like this with the notched edge as well. And I usually do each of these 3 times. So you're doing 1, 2, 3, and then I bring it over to the other side, and then just kind of bringing it up. But like I said, not really going like this. You kind of drag it almost horizontally to your skin. And then kind of press, and you're basically providing a little bit of acupressure, a little bit of pressure there behind the ear where you hold a lot of tension. So that's that. I'm not as elegant as some other people that do this. It's all very soothing and calming. I just do this in my bathroom, and then I gotta get to bed. So the next thing I'll usually do is my jawline. I'm using that notched tool again, and I'm basically using this to try to drain some of the excess fluid that can reside here, and you're just kind of moving it up and down out of the face, so up and out. So you're just gonna slowly kind of bring this up. Once again, you're not going like this the whole time. It's more of like a press, and then as you finish, you can apply a little pressure just right there. I hold, Gua Sha Massage talks about like holding stress and where you have a lot of stress and tension. I can tell that there's just a lot of tightness here, especially when I apply that acupressure. My mouth almost wants to like it's so tight there. So I only did 1. So we'll do 2, and then you kind of bring it up to apply that pressure. And then a 3rd time. And then, like I said, with that oil, it just provides just enough slip to make this happen. You might feel more comfortable with like your face just kind of drenched in the oil, so you can really get this thing moving and grooving around, and that's totally fine as long as your skin is going to react to it well. That's kind of the main goal. So I'm gonna just make my way up my face. So the next one's gonna be my cheek area, and we're gonna use this kind of like inverted kind of curve here. And we're gonna start here, flat, bring it up, and you're just gonna kind of give pressure to that whole kind of moon shape right there from, temple to jaw. And we'll do that a couple more times. Straight up, and pressure, and then a 3rd. Okay, and then the other side. Personally, I usually would have like spa sounds, like an Apple Music playlist going, but just for the sake of being able to explain this, I kept it off. So usually like I'll have the lights a little bit dimmer. It'll just be more like a little spa experience. So I think she does a couple other moves with this. I don't do a ton on my forehead, so I kind of skip that mostly, but I will do one pressure point that she really recommended, and I am loving it. I think it's probably my second favorite, is you want to use your notched end here, and you just want to place it right here, kind of right on the bridge of the nose, or like right in between your eyebrows, and just apply a little bit of pressure. And I don't know, I think everyone must hold tension here, because she says she really loves it. And the first time I did it, I was just like, oh God, like it just felt so good. So you just give it a little massage, you know, and then you can release and then go into it again, and then kind of give it a little bit more movement. Very gentle. I'm not like forcing this thing into my forehead or my nose. It's just kind of moving it around, applying a little bit of pressure. So that's that. And then my last move is for my neck. And so once again, this notched edge, I think this is kind of my favorite part of this whole tool. This notched edge, I'm gonna bring it basically right to the base of like my neck right here, right as it kind of goes out to my shoulders. And then I'm gonna slowly bring this up to like pretty much like right here on the back of my neck, and then press and hold. I don't have any oil back there, but this thing's already kind of slicked up. Like I said, I have quite a bit of natural oil going on anyway, so you might need to dab a little bit of oil in these areas and maybe, you know, rinse off afterwards, or however you want to approach that. So I just kind of find that spot. Once again, not straight out, not kind of stabbing myself, but just kind of flat, bringing it up, and then you just kind of creating some pressure right there on the back of the neck. And oh my goodness, like this one is my favorite. It doesn't take any pressure at all to really feel this. It almost is a little bit, it's verging on painful with even the slightest of pressure, at least for me, but it's like one of those, like, it hurts, but it's like good, kind of like you want to just like lean into it. It just feels so great. And so I do that 3 times as well. And then kind of hold and then massage. I hope you can see that. Just kind of hold it and massage. So that's that. That's my Gua Sha massage. I brought out these other tools because there's stuff that I have used and we'll use occasionally, mostly over a sheet mask to enhance cooling effect. But this is the one that I actually get in there and try to work out some tension and those types of things and just kind of relax me for the rest of the evening. So I'll usually pull up a chair into my bathroom. I will, kind of set the mood a little bit and then just go into this massage. So I hope you took some useful information for that. I will link where I got at least these two. This one was gifted to me, but I can link where to find one. I'll link them all at Ulta because that's where I got this. So I'll just put all Ulta links there for you. Not super expensive. You can get spendy with these tools, but I went for what was most economical and I could find locally. But with the quarantine, it'll probably be online, at least for now. So I'll just put everything you need. Let me know if you have any questions, tips, tricks for how to maybe better do this. And maybe if you have some facial oils that you prefer to use with this. I'd love to hear what your suggestions are. This was just the first facial oil that was next up in my routine or my stash to review anyway. So it just so happened that that ended up being what I used, but I'm sure there's other ones that'll give you some more slip, that type of thing. But this has been doing the job pretty well, and kudos to Sweet Chef for creating an oil that can really layer nicely. So that's that. Thank you so much again for watching, and stay glowing. Bye.